What is happening, guys? It's your main man, Matt, from the DFS 5-pack. I am clearly rocking it solo. It is Friday, November 19th. We got 9 NBA games to crush. Let's get after it. I'm going to make one video, members only for the public, just because I feel like it. Why not? It's Friday. Let's share the wealth. Let's crush tonight because last night was no bueno. I was all over Pascal Siakam. He was atrocious. Avdija was awful. Just wasn't a good night for the kid over here. But as I always say, we got a new slate tonight, 9 games, Friday night slate. Always love these Friday nighters. So without further ado, let me screen share this. I got to pull up DraftKings first. That would probably help. All right, here we go. All right, we should be good to go. So again, 9 games. And starting with Indiana at Charlotte. So as far as the Charlotte side goes, not overly interested in this team right here. They're just priced affordably. Not that like these guys are bad plays, but like, am I really trying to spend, over 10K on LaMelo Ball? Not really. So Charlotte, doubt I get anything from Charlotte unless we hear about some injury news. Bridges would probably be my favorite piece. Still hovering around 8K. Has been solid. He's averaging 40 plus DK points per game. Far from a must, but I think you could do worse. As far as the Indiana side goes, another team with just a lot of bodies. Indiana has not been playing great ball. When LeVert, Brogdon, Sabonis, and Turner are all healthy, they all eat into each other. So I'm not overly interested in Indiana here. Sabonis has really taken a step back this year, not having a great year. That said, he does have 42 plus in 3 of 5, with 48 plus in 2 of those games. Not where I'm going to spend my big money tonight, but I don't think it's the craziest play in the world. Malcolm Brogdon, don't hate it. 8,300, probably not where I go, but again, I think you could do worse for sure. All right, moving on to, sorry, give me 1 second, guys. All right, sorry about that, guys. I had to check out something. So, yeah, this is not a game I'll probably have much exposure to. Just priced affordably. Guys are healthy. Not for me. Golden State and Detroit. So it sounds like Curry is probably not going to play here, and that's big news. Came off with a huge fourth quarter last night. He's got 9 threes in 3 of 4 games, back-to-back games. He's playing on another level right now. I'm not going to spend 11.5 on him even if he plays, but the question becomes, who do we play if he's out? All of Golden State becomes more in play if he's out. I imagine Gary Payton gets a lot more run, 3,800. He looks good. Jordan Poole, Andrew Wiggins, these guys become, look better. I don't necessarily think Draymond looks better, but everyone else does. We'll have to wait and see on the Curry news. As far as Detroit goes, I'm fine with Stewart, but probably not where I want to land on a slate this size. Cade Cunningham's playing good ball right now. I do like Cunningham here. I think he's certainly in play. No issues with getting to him in any format. Like him quite a bit here. Hold on, guys. I got to go shut the dog up. All right, we should be good to go now. So probably need to, oh no, I'm still screen sharing. All right, so Cunningham, definitely my favorite piece of Detroit. I'd mentioned this earlier on, a week or so ago, that the big games were coming. You dropped that 51 spot on Sacramento, followed that up in a win with 41 against Indiana, only shot 1 of 8 from 3, only shot 6 of 18 from the floor. high on the short list in all formats. I don't know why he wouldn't be. So other than Cunningham, and then we'll have to wait and see on the Curry news. Golden State might have a lot in play, or they might not have anything in play if Curry plays. Lakers and Celtics. So another big injury news we're waiting on. LeBron James is a game-time decision. I imagine he plays here. First game back since early November. Don't think I want to spend 10-8 on him, but he takes away from everyone else on the Lakers. So it becomes a situation where I'm not really looking to play any of these guys. Westbrook's too expensive if LeBron plays. I mean, Westbrook's not a guy I'm really looking at, even if LeBron's out. Anthony Davis, same thing. Certainly Taylor Horton Tucker, who's now 5,800, coming off a monster game last time out. If LeBron's in, I'd struggle to spend 5,800 on him. If LeBron's out, he's at least worth looking at. I mean, he's balling right now. Nothing more needs to be said. As far as the Celtics go, Jaylen Brown's also questionable, so this is a big one. If Jaylen Brown is in, takes away from all the other Celtics. So, yeah, if Brown's in, it's similar to LeBron. Obviously, Brown isn't as good as LeBron, but it's a similar situation. If he's out, I've mentioned that I thought Tatum was going to have a really good game soon, and he did. Balled in Atlanta. Now coming back home in a primetime game against the Lakers. He'd be my favorite piece if Jaylen Brown is out. I mean, I think he's in play even if Jaylen Brown plays. But if Brown is out, then you're looking at guys like Schroeder, Josh Richardson as a cheap value piece. I'm not really looking at Horford. And then Robert Williams is questionable tonight. If he's out, it doesn't really do much for me, to be completely honest. There's just no one really that steps up and takes a ton of minutes there. And if he plays, probably not where I'm going at 6,200. So another game that I don't have a ton of interest in. Obviously injury news might change that, but as of now, not looking too strongly at the Lakers and Celtics. Orlando and Brooklyn. So this game certainly has blowout concern, but if we're just looking at the players in this game, a couple guys I like. So Jalen Suggs at 3,800. If he plays, I like him a lot. He's not getting a ton of love. Doesn't play massive minutes, but he's just ultimately much better than a $3,800 player. I think this kid's going to be good, and I'm willing to buy low on him here in an up-paced matchup, in a game that should have a lot of points. Cole Anthony's also a guy I'm interested in. Not sure he's where I'll spend my money on. He is 8K. But man, I feel like he's got big upside here. He's from New York. I'm a big Anthony fan, so I kind of like a couple pieces of the Magic here. And then Franz Wagner, 4,300. I mean, he's just really affordable. Crushing value at this price point. He's getting love, and it makes sense. He just looks like a solid filler piece in all formats. And then as far as the Brooklyn side goes, I can't spend 11.4 on Durant or 11.2 on Harden. I just can't do it. Honestly, if I were looking to play one of them, I'd almost want both of them and think this game just went absolutely nuts, but probably not where I'm going to go. Patty Mills at 3,800 looks like one of the better value plays on the slate. Give me Suggs in tournaments, but Mills is the guy in cash games. You can certainly play both of them if you want to. All right, OKC and Milwaukee, game number 5. This game's got a huge spread, 13 points as it should. Middleton's back from Milwaukee. He played 30 minutes last time out, so stepped into a nice role. I imagine that only increases here. Giannis is always the top fantasy player on any slate he's on. But I like Jokic more here, especially with blowout concerns. I mean, Giannis should stomp in this matchup, but if he's going off, it's hard to see OKC keeping this game close. So Milwaukee's pricey, not really a team I'm looking at here, even though they should be able to do whatever they want. I think they spread the wealth. As far as OKC goes, if you are using Milwaukee guys, I'd be interested in Shai because in close games he plays massive minutes. The other guy I'm looking at, though, is Jeremiah Robinson-Earl. This kid was a stud at Villanova, playing big minutes for the Thunder. He's got good offensive game. 3,400. I like getting on these guys before the masses do. He's not getting much love at all. I like the value he offers a lot. So he's my favorite piece of this game. All right, clip show at the Pelicans. This game's got a pretty small spread, actually. Only 3.5 points here. I know the Clippers have some injury problems. Nice to see Paul George's price back down to 10-3. I think he's definitely in play here. I think this game has upside for sure. If I'm playing George, I want Ingram, and if I'm playing Ingram, I want George. It just is what it is, no doubt about that. Stick with the Clippers first. But as far as the Clippers go, the only guy that really stands out to me is Paul George, and then I also like Zubac. I'm sure Zubac is going to play a lot tonight with Jonas inside. 5,100. He looks like a nice filler piece. Don't love spending a center spot on him, but certainly in play. And then we'll have to wait and see on like the Batum news. Not that it changes a ton, but it makes the other guys more desirable. As far as the Pels go, I mentioned Ingram. I like him here at 8,200. Not a must, but I think he's got big upside at that price. The other guys are just priced for Ingram to be out. So it's Ingram or bust for me from New Orleans, except for Josh Hart. Hart is not a big-time usage guy, so Ingram coming back doesn't affect him nearly as much as the other guys. Doesn't help him, but it doesn't hurt him as much as the others. He's balled in back-to-back games with Ingram in. At 5,400, I like Hart here, and I think people are going to be scared off of him just because Ingram is back when they shouldn't be. All right, 3 left. We got Chi-Town and Denver. So starting with the Nugs. I'm not even sure why he's questionable, but obviously he's a strong look. They got bad loss for the Nuggets last night at home against an Embiid, Simmons-less Simmons-less Sixers squad. That said, I still think Jokic looks like the top stud on the slate, even over Giannis to me. It's close. It's Giannis. But, again, if Giannis goes off, I struggle to see him playing big minutes in the second half. Jokic, I think this game is close, and he should eat inside against a Vooch-less Bulls team. The rest of the Nuggets, Will Barton kind of coming back took away from the other guys that I liked, so he was good last night. I think you could go back there. I don't think he's a priority, but I don't mind going back there. Bones Highland, with Barton back in, has come back down to earth. He did shoot 7 times and 5 threes last night. So I don't mind going back here in a potential bounce back spot. 3,800, nice value. Won't get any love here. Don't hate it at all. That's really it from Denver. I think Monte Morris is a fine filler. Price went down, even with Barton back. 32 minutes, 13 shots. He could easily walk into 30 here. So I actually think Jokic and Morris might be my favorite piece of this entire game. As far as the Chicago side goes, these guys are pricey. LaVine and DeRozan have seen their prices go up a little bit from last week. DeRozan only power forward eligible. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, he's 9K. I mean, I think these guys are fine plays, but no one I'm like locking in by any means. Caruso was a monster last time out, but now his price is up to 5,400. I struggle to get there. I don't love the Chicago side here. I think you can just do better elsewhere. I don't think they're the worst plays in the world because they're good players, but not guys I'm going out of my way to roster. Toronto and Sacramento. This is a game that I think has a lot of upside as far as the Kings side goes. Metu came back down to earth last time. He only played 25 minutes, but he didn't play that great. He's starting. I imagine he's starting again tonight. I always like these role players better at home. I think he gets a lot less love than he did last slate. I like going right back to Metu, even at the price increase, but not a must because of the price increased. Other guys from Sacktown I like. De'Aaron Fox is fine, but now they're healthy. Halliburton is fine, but now they're healthy. So hard to want to prioritize any of these guys, even Metu with a price increase. So Sacramento is not a team I'm overly interested in. Not playing Tristan Thompson. I think all of the guys from Sacramento are fine. If you filled in with Halliburton, I'd be fine with it. Metu, Fox, but none of them are priorities for me. And if I have a lineup without any of them, that's fine. So a guy I loved last night, Pascal Siakam, was atrocious. I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Shot 2 of 14. It happens. Just had a really bad game. I expect him to bounce back nicely here. I like going right back there. Siakam and Van Vliet with OG and Anunoby out. Van Vliet was fine last night. Those are definitely my two favorite guys from the Raptors. And then with OG out, it opens up the opportunity, more opportunities for guys like Scotty Barnes and Gary Trent, who had a monster game last night. I don't really want to point chase Trent here, but he has been good recently. So, 37 plus in 3 of 4, 32 in the other. I actually like Trent more than when I first clicked on his name. So Van Vliet and Siakam, my favorite pieces, but Trent is right behind them, if not right there with them. Last but not least, we got Dallas and Phoenix. We just saw this game 2 days ago. I hate when these teams play each other in back-to-back sets. It just always seems like the second one plays out a little bit slower. Obviously, I have no math or data to back that up, but that's just how I feel. That said, it's really, really hard not to just lock in Jalen, Brunson, and Porzingis. Brunson almost tripped dub last time out with 18, 9, and 9. This game was really competitive. I'd expect kind of the same thing here. Price increase for sure, but looks like still one of the better value plays on the slate, even at that price increase. Porzingis, man, his price didn't go up enough, still under 8K. I think he's just a lock here in all formats. You just play him and move on, playing good ball right now. If you want to just fade this game and hope it's not close and Phoenix rolls or something weird happens, I get it. But on paper, Brunson and Porzingis, two of the top plays on the slate. And so is Tim Hardaway Jr. 23 shots last time out in 37 minutes en route to 35 plus DK points. I think he's a solid cog in all formats. Those are the three guys I'm looking at from Dallas. And those are the three guys everyone's looking at from Dallas because they should be. From the Phoenix side, Book and Chris Paul are too expensive. Just other guys I like more. You can get the same production at cheaper price tags. DeAndre Ayton, though, is too cheap. Playing bigger minutes now, 33 and 36 in the 2 games he's returned. He's just too cheap for his upside, as evidenced by the 41 and 39 he's put up in those games. He just looks like a really good look here in all formats. Again, if you want to fade this game, I get it. But if I'm playing those Dallas guys, I'm locking in Ayton with them. And on paper, he's another guy that just looks great in all formats. That's what I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I know short and sweet today, but just wanted to get it out. Again, this is members only for the public heading into the weekend. Let's crush NBA tonight. I need a good one after last night's debacle. NFL this weekend, I know Ryan's making a cash game video. Patriot and I will be making GPP stuff. I'll be doing all the write-ups. So if you want more of that content, more info, more me, more any of that stuff, go check out the DFS 5-pack. We'd love to have you. And appreciate you guys as always.